Noble gases. Noble gases are the elements that make up group 18 of the periodic table. Those elements are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Uh, the noble gases are colorless, odorless, tasteless, and non-flammable gases. They traditionally have been labeled group 0 in the periodic table because for decades after their discovery, it was believed that they could not bond to other atoms. That is, that their atoms could not combine with those of other elements to form chemical compounds. Their electronic structure and finding that some of them do indeed form compounds has led to a more appropriate destination, which was group 18. When the members of this group were discovered and identified, they were thought to be exceedingly rare as well as chemically inert or inactive, and therefore were called the rare or inert gases. It is now known, however, that several of these elements are quite abundant on Earth and in the rest of the universe, so the term rare is not used to describe noble gases anymore. Similarly, the use of the term inert has been drawn back because group 18 it can form chemical compounds with other elements. The abundances of the noble gases decrease as their atomic numbers increase. Helium is the most plentiful element in the universe except for hydrogen. All noble gases are present in Earth's atmosphere, and except for helium and radon, their major commercial source is the air, from which they are obtained by liquefaction or fractional distillation. Noble gases are very useful in the industry because they have various uses, and since they are very stable due to having the maximum number of valence electrons in their outermost shell, therefore they rarely react with elements and are very stable, which makes them useful. They have many characteristics that help them in becoming useful, like their ability to conduct electricity, they're odorless and colorless, and they're fluorescent, and they are used in many conditions when a stable element is needed to maintain a safe and constant environment. So the use of these noble gases is due to their inertness or their chemical unreactivity. So helium is a very light gas, and it is much less dense or lighter than air, so it's used in balloons and blimps, and because of its inertness it doesn't burn in air, and it's not flammable like the hydrogen, which was used in air balloons, and because hydrogen is flammable, helium is a better alternative, and helium is less soluble in water than nitrogen, so when it is inhaled it dissolves in the bloodstream in much smaller quantities than nitrogen. Another noble gas which is useful is neon. Neon is used in the neon signs, the fluorescent lights, and they are usually used in advertisement. The brilliant red glow is caused by the passage of electric current through the neon gas under low pressure. The color of the light given off can be changed by mixing the neon gas with the mercury vapor and argon with the neon. Another noble gas that is useful is argon. Argon, like all the noble gases, is chemically inert. Is used in filament bulbs because the metal filament will not burn in the argon, so it prevents the oxidation of the hot filament, thereby prolonging its life. And its greater chemical inertness and lower thermal conductivity make it superior to nitrogen for the purpose of the filaments in lights. Argon is also used in electric welding of metals and to produce an inert atmosphere. Another noble gas is xenon. Xenon is used in fluorescent bulbs, flash bulbs, and laser. Xenon emits an immediate and intense light when present in discharge tubes. This property is utilized in high-speed electronic flash bulbs used by photographers, so it's used in flash and light bulbs. And the last noble gas we're going to be talking about today is radon. Radon is very radioactive and is used in medicine as a source of gamma rays. The gas is scaled in small capsules which are implanted in the body to destroy malignant and cancerous growth, so it's very useful. After talking about noble gases, we can know that they are very important elements in the periodic table, and they have unique characteristics and qualities because they are not reactive, and since they are not very reactive, they can be used to create a stable and constant environment, which is very useful and important. So they are very important and useful in everyday life, and they have various uses, and they can be found in the atmosphere,